Eugene Big U Henley was once seen as a street general turned peacemaker, a man who helped bring stability to South Central while mentoring artists and building community outreach. But in 2025, the federal government claimed he never truly left the game. They called it Operation Thumb Down. Over 8 months, federal agents recorded more than 20,000 phone calls. Voice recognition tech and burner phone tracking revealed a tangled network of drug deals, hits, and coded messages. One name kept rising to the top: Big U. The calls weren't just street level. There were conversations with people in the music industry, influencers, and even nonprofit figures. Prosecutors say it was all part of a web front-facing legitimacy masking back-end criminal activity. One wiretap stood out: a 14-minute call, allegedly Big U giving the green light for a hit over a botched drug exchange. The feds say they decoded the slang. "Handle that situation on Florence," was the line. 3 days later, someone was dead. Then came the wildest twist. Media helped close the case. The No Jumper podcast became part of the evidence. One guest appeared on air wearing a wire. That interview, which was pulled from YouTube weeks later, included enough slip-ups to confirm timelines and associates mentioned in the federal logs. Even WAC 100 got pulled in. A Clubhouse recording of him talking about Big U's movements and communication habits was subpoenaed. Whether he meant to help the feds or not, his words aligned with their timeline. By the time the indictment dropped, it was massive. 62 charges under the RICO Act: murder conspiracy, drug trafficking, witness tampering, money laundering. The total time, if convicted, over 600 years. His lawyers claimed entrapment, illegal surveillance, and manipulation of audio. But the prosecution had call logs, voice prints, and testimony from former loyalists who flipped when faced with decades of prison time. What started as whispers turned into a thunderclap. Some in the community called it a takedown of a peace figure. Others called it long overdue justice. One thing's for sure: Big U's downfall shook Los Angeles to its core. The line between street and spotlight may be thinner than we think. Legal advisors, even nonprofit directors. The scope shocked even seasoned agents. What started as a gang takedown was turning into a cultural web of street credibility and corporate legitimacy. Phase 2, the flip. One by one, lower-level members began flipping. Facing decades in federal time, several associates gave up everything, from drop locations to coded slang used over phones. A wire-wearing lieutenant even brought back a voice memo that seemed to confirm Henley's involvement in ordering payoffs and hits. The most damaging piece? A 14-minute recorded conversation where Big U allegedly approved a retaliatory hit over a botched drug deal using coded language the feds had finally cracked. Phase 3. The Blitz. The indictment dropped in late October like a thunderclap. Big U, along with 31 others, was named in a sweeping 62-count RICO case, covering everything from murder and drug trafficking to racketeering and wire fraud. The headline on the LA Times read, "From peace talks to RICO charges, the double life of Eugene Henley." Inside the court, his defense argued entrapment, lack of direct evidence, and overreach. But the feds rolled out their secret weapon, a reel of intercepted calls played out for the jury, voice after voice, time-stamped and traced, echoing through the courtroom like a slow death knell. The aftermath. As the case unraveled, so did alliances. Rumors swirled that several powerful industry figures were subpoenaed next. Communities that once hailed him as a peacekeeper were now divided. Was he a man trying to evolve, or just masking power plays with positivity? Big U's trial remains one of the most polarizing in LA's criminal history. To some, he was a fallen icon. To others, justice finally caught up.